Hello, everyone. My name is Tim O'Keefe, and I'm the Managing Director for Fleischman Hillard's Global Technology Practice. Thank you. Get some FHers here. I'm deeply honored to be in this room today amongst the very best in the business and some of its emerging stars. I think our future is bright. So can we get a round of applause for our up-and-comers? But I'm here with a purpose today, too, and that's to honor Hewlett Packard Enterprise's Chief Communications Officer, Jennifer Temple. It was back in 2006, I took a new job as an ambitious vice president at the public relations firm Hill & Knowlton. While I was excited for the new job, little did I know that this decision would be one of the most fortunate moments of my career, because that was the day that Jennifer Temple became not just my boss, not just my manager, but on that day, I was fortunate enough to have found my mentor. Throughout our years together, Jennifer, we would often talk about setting the bar. Not just the metrics, the deliverables, not just the outcomes, but what's really possible here, and what would it take to make something that seems impossible possible and even a reality. Every single day, Jennifer sets a very high bar for herself, but her lesson was always to make sure that I set my own bar, and that once that bar was set, that I would be willing to put forth the effort, the total effort, to make it happen. It's a lesson I carry with me to this very day. Where's my bar set at today, and what's it going to take to get over that bar? The other lesson she shared with me is, once you've set the bar, how do you build the teams that can bring it all together? She taught me the most important thing is people, and the people you surround yourself with, the relationships that are forged, and the togetherness that you share, all of it matters. Every moment of it. Jennifer and I would spend countless hours together talking about the art of not just asking questions, but can we ask the right question? She taught me that each question should be carved carefully, and that if you could assert the right question, then that answer could unlock endless possibilities. On one of my final days working with her at Hill & Knowlton, she gave me one last lesson, and it's something I've never forgotten. The final lesson Jennifer gave to me was a single word, but it was a word I didn't know. The word is saudade. S-A-U-D-A-D-E. It's a Portuguese word, and it has no direct English translation, but the meaning behind the word and the sentiment behind the word is a longing for something special that once was, knowing you can't have it again. Jennifer, there have been so many days where I wished I could travel back in time and relive those precious moments I had learning by your side. There are days when I've been challenged to my absolute limits and had my own darkest hours, and what would always recenter me and give me my focus was asking the right question. What would Jennifer do right now? You see, Jennifer not only had a profound impact on my career, she's had a profound impact on my life. She's given me lessons that I've shared with countless amounts of people that you've never met, but they are all now your mentees too, I suppose. And I'm eternally grateful to have you, JT, as my mentor. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my incredible honor to welcome to the stage the most battle-tested, grace under pressure counselor that I have ever seen, my mentor, and this year's John Koten 2023 award nominee, the amazing Jennifer Temple. Take that down.
Okay, that makes 3, Mike. Are you happy? Tim, thank you. And saudade is not possible if you didn't have it to begin with. So to have that longing for something that either won't ever be again, or that you're striving to find again, is only possible when you've had it. And the work that we did together was some of my most profound work of my career, and that was because I was learning from you as much as I hope you were learning from me. So you made me better, and thank you. And similarly, Catherine, to hear you talk about the impact that Mike has had on you, now I better understand why you are the profound leader that you are and how lucky I am to have had a chapter with you as well. Thank you, Planck Center, for this. It is a huge honor to carry forward Jack Koten's legacy. I'm humbled and I'm grateful. I also look to all of you and I see these faces of the future, and I see everyone here charting the path forward for our profession. But what you're also doing that is so important and so inspiring is you're lifting each other up. We all lift each other up. And I was struck really early as a young child about what that lifting up feels like and the power of it. Because you see, I was a musical theater kid. And the lifting up that happens with a cast, that there is not just one singular star of the show. The lifting up is the entire ensemble that is making that performance possible. And so I didn't emerge as a Broadway star, but the career that I did choose not only allowed me to have a lot of time in the spotlight and helping my clients and my teams have that time, but also really being behind the curtain and appreciating the guts that it sometimes would take for someone to emerge in front of the curtain and really helping people be their very best selves. So when I think about the parallels between that young musical theater introduction to mentorship and then the mentorship I've actually experienced, there are several. And the first is always perform at your best, because you never know who's watching. And Governor Pete Wilson of the state of California was one of my very first bosses, which is quite something when you're like a 22-year-old and one of your first mentors is the governor of the state of California. Well, he, to this day, if he'll see me 30 years later at a reunion or a function, he'll say, "Jennifer, are you still singing?" And I'll think, how does he remember that? And then I remember why he knows that. He knows because I was petrified, but I agreed to sing at one of his holiday functions for him and the cabinet. And I think he always thought that was really gutsy, and that I did something that I was scared to do as a new press relations person in his office. But forever now, he remembers that I did something that scared me. And so that performance and really letting yourself perform at that level and taking risks is where all of the magic happens. Second, from musical theater to professional life, is play the part you want to have, even if you don't have it yet. Play it and ask for it in your playing of it. Render that part. Be the very best that you can be at showing the world you should have that part. Paul Tafe was the CEO of Hill & Knowlton when I was the general manager of the San Francisco office, and he would say to me, "Jennifer, I will not promote anyone to senior vice president until I am confident that they could do my job today. So be the chief executive. Think like a chief executive. Make decisions like a chief executive and earn that part." And the third is always keep an eye on the entire cast as you're scanning for talent, because talent is everywhere. It is not just in the lead principal roles. It's everywhere. Give that talent space to develop and watch it grow, and surround yourself with a really diverse collection of experiences and expertise. We can't all achieve greatness without mentorship. Mentorship is the key to unlocking the performance of our lifetime. And think how sweet it is when we can all take that final bow together. So here is to many more standing ovations for all of us. And thank you again for such a magical evening.